Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Woo! She's a little chilly outside, but it was good though. I made it. Pardon my finger. I made it the whole way from my house to the school. No jacket, just toque, and yeah, continuing the cold training, continuing the focusing of the mind, continuing the controlling of my body. Nice hot cup of coffee. So, I was telling you all about a game that I want to play, and I thought about this, and this is just to see where your mind's at. You know, where's your mind at? Where's your mind at? Where's your mind at? So, what I'm gonna do during this we'll do this segment before we start the breakdown. So let's start with the scenario of, okay, you're driving you're driving to the mall. Okay, you're driving to the mall, and on the way to the mall, you're probably thinking all sorts of things. But let's focus on when you get to the mall parking lot. So when you get to the mall parking lot, what are your first thoughts now? Or let's go with what are some of the reasons why you would park at the back of the parking lot? Let's start with that. Okay, so think of that. Think of why you would park at the back of the parking lot. Now, so there's lots of reasons. For me, I drive a big Dodge truck, and I park at the back because it's easier for me to get out. There's always spots available, and I don't mind walking from the back to the front to the store or whatever the building I'm going to be entering. Now, what are some of the other people's thoughts, or what could be some other thoughts? Sorry, I shouldn't say other people. What are some other thoughts somebody may have? Why would they park at the back? Now, right now it's just me, but I'm going to say, well, because they don't want to get their car door dinged, or that's the main one that pops into my head. So what I'm trying to do with this, where's your mind at, is, are you leaning? If given a scenario, do you lean towards the negative aspect of the scenario or the positive aspect of the scenario? So let's put it in those terms. So for me, I park at the back of the parking lot because I drive a big truck. It's easier for me to get out. There's always spaces available, and I don't mind walking. Now, the negative aspects of that is maybe you're thinking there's never any spots up front. It's too crowded up front. It's harder to get out. You're scared about getting your car door dinged. You don't want shopping carts ran into your car. All those the other side of it, right? And I just thought of something. Maybe I could do like a whiteboard, get like a whiteboard and do it behind me. But so that's just some of the things I want you guys to think about when approached with a scenario. So I have many scenarios that I've been placed in where what are you going to lean more towards? Are you going to lean more towards the positive aspect of things or the negative aspect of things? And that's one of the scenarios I came up with. That I was faced recently, and it was one of the bigger ones. Is one of my dogs, who is no longer with us, got a hold of one of my wife's cats. And I'm not going to go into details, but it didn't turn out very good. Now, my first instincts was to get mad, to get angry, to, that's just the way it was, to get mad, to get angry. Oh my God, what is my wife going to think? And then I start panicking. But then, once you catch yourself and you become aware of what you're thinking, it's like, okay, let's deal with this. Let's deal with this accordingly. I took care of everything. I cleaned up. I put the dogs outside. And then I sat and I thought. And luckily I had my brother around. He, very huge support from my brother. He he helped me come to the conclusion, along with just sitting and thinking myself. And we actually ended up rehoming Galaxy to a very great home where she is loved. Not that she wasn't loved here, but, they have no other pets, so she's the only one. So she's going to receive all the attention and love that she can have. Big yard, no other dogs, or no cats, I should say. There are other dogs, but Galaxy's good with them. And, that was great. That was, for me, I am happy that Galaxy gets to go live, that life where she gets to run around as much as she wants. I have a big backyard, but it's not as big as a yard out on West Side Road or wherever, like a farm type yard. But no, she went to a great home. So that's one of the things you got to think about. But when it comes to that, it's about stopping and recognizing the situation and then acting accordingly instead of just jumping to conclusions. So, yeah, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. And I was going to ask you guys if you have any scenarios that you want me to bring up in the videos. I can do that, which is fine. Just message me and I will bring them up. But so just think about the scenarios that you're faced with and be aware. Slow your mind down a little bit, right? We tend to just constantly think and think and think and think and think and think and think. But when do we actually ever stop to think about what we're thinking about and make sense of it? Or even let go of what we're thinking about if it's not important, or if it's something on the negative side of things, or, that sort of thing. So, but anyways, that was it's not really much of a game, but you can make it a game for yourself. So if you find yourself faced with a scenario, start listing the pros and cons if you want to use that. But anyways, let's get into the book at your command. The book at your command by Neville Goddard, page 9. To dissolve a problem that now seems so real to you, all that you do is remove your attention from it. In spite of its seeming reality, turn from it in consciousness, become indifferent, and begin to feel yourself to be that which would be the solution of the problem. And that's what I was just talking about is, instead of instantly focusing on, oh my God, this happened, blah, 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 blah. Or for instance, let's use a scenario I used today. Somebody dinged my car door with their door. Oh, great. Now I gotta take my car to go get it fixed and whatever else. So how big are you going to make that problem? And I was thinking about this too. Everybody reacts differently. Who's going to, I do body work. So if my truck got dinged, I could fix it myself. The other thing is how bad is it? Think of the solutions. Can you just get a little plunger and pull the dent out, or can you dab the paint, or all that type of solutions, all those type of solutions that you could use. But that's the thing, you gotta think about them instead of focusing on the problem. Because if you're focused on the ding, are you going to think about the solution? Are you aware that you're focused on the problem? Are you aware that you're thinking the solution? So all in all, it's all about awareness. Oh, and they got an example here. For instance, if you were imprisoned, no man would have to tell you that you should desire freedom, or rather the desire of freedom would be automatic. So why look behind the four walls of your prison bars, take your attention from being imprisoned, and begin to feel yourself to be free. Feel it to the point where it is natural. The very second you do so, the prison bars will dissolve. Apply this principle to any problem. So that's just a principle, right? Don't use that as a generality of situations, because depending on what you did to get into prison, I don't know if the prison bars would just automatically dissolve like that. But that's just a figure of speech. So apply the same principle to any problem. So when you focus on the solution, the problem just dissolves. And, that's it. I had a situation at work the other day where certain objects should have been brought in, but there was two other objects that got brought in, and they were the incorrect ones. So the ones that were supposed to be brought in didn't get brought in, so we didn't get them done. So, but now the solution is looking at the schedule properly, looking at the schedule before, at the beginning of the day, and that's a beautiful thing. I brought my team together. I'm like, okay, this is what happened, and then instantly, my friend Nadia was just like, hey, well, we should do this. There's a solution. Now I'm not focused on the problem anymore because I know how to prevent it from happening again. Okay, I've seen people who were in debt up to their ears apply this principle. In the twinkling of an eye, debts that were mountainous were removed. I've seen those whom doctors had given up as incurable take their attention away from their problems of disease and begin to feel themselves to be well in spite of the evidence of their sense to the contrary. In no time at all, this so-called incurable disease vanished and left no scar. Well, when it comes to the health, I am not going to use that at your own discretion. I'm not going to, little disclaimer there, this book is not saying that if you think that, well, I don't know. I know people that have been given 3 months to live, and they're living past that by like years. I know people that have been told that they would never be able to, go to the gym ever again, but they're going to the gym. And I have heard of people saying, doctors saying that you're never going to be able to walk again, but yet those people are walking. So it depends on your conviction. I think it all depends really on your conviction. And that's your discretion right there. That's your discretion. Next one. Your answer to whom do you say that I am ever determines your expression. As long as you are conscious of being imprisoned or diseased or poor, so long will you continue to outpicture or express these conditions. That's why it's very, very important that you're aware of what you're thinking, and don't allow your brain to control your thoughts. You control your thoughts. So think all good things. When man realizes that he is now that which he is seeking and begins to claim that he is, he will have the proof of his claim. This cue is given you in words, whom seek ye? And they answered, Jesus. And the voice said, I am he. Jesus here means salvation or savior. You are seeking to be salvaged from that which is not your problem. This cue is given you in words. Whom seek ye? And they answered, Jesus. And the voice said, I am he. Jesus. I am he. Jesus here means your salvation or Savior. You are seeking to be salvaged from that which is not your problem. So that's just I am, your I ams. Whom seek ye? And they answered, Jesus. So obviously they're looking for Jesus. And they found him, and he said, I am he. And Jesus is salvation or Savior. So that's just a continuation of your I ams. And, you already know your I ams, but the thing is to filter out all the things that, all the negative things that you might say to yourself. Next one. I am is he that will save you. If you are hungry, your Savior is food. If you are poor, your Savior is riches. If you are imprisoned, your Savior is freedom. If you are diseased, it will not be a man called Jesus who will save you, but health will become your Savior. Therefore, claim I am he. In other words, claim yourself to be the thing desired. Claim it in consciousness, not in words, and consciousness will reward you with your claim. You are told, you shall find me when you feel after me. Well, feel after that quality in consciousness until you feel yourself to be it. When you lose yourself in the feeling of being it, the quality will embody itself in your world. And that's one of the things that I've talked about quite a few times, and that's to feel yourself the thing desired is to not think about how you're going to achieve that desire. Just feel that desire, believe that desire, and you will take the steps to obtain or attain that desire. You are healed from your problems when you touch the solution of it. And that's it right there. When you think of the solution. What's going on, Zach? Just doing some reading. I walked to the school today with no coat on. Just a toque. It's a little bit chillier out, but I made it. I was focused, zoned in, and I feel great. We're just talking about focusing on solutions and not the problems. And the other thing we're talking about is, the more and more you feel the thing you're desired, the biggest thing is in order to feel the thing you desire, you cannot think about the how to feel that thing desired. You cannot think about that at all. You are either the thing desired, or you are either thinking of the thing desired. You either are the thing desired, or you're thinking of the how to be the thing desired, which in turn you will prevent yourself being the thing desired. If that makes any sense. And that goes back to, I want a cup of coffee, or I am happy. Well, if you sit there and try to think of how to be happy, you're not going to be happy because you're thinking about how to be happy. So instead of just thinking of how to be happy, just be happy. Smile, laugh, make someone's day. I've done so many things just to make people's days brighter, because it's amazing. The one day, this guy, I was at a grocery store, and this guy needed 15 cents to pay for the deposit on his juice that he was buying, but he had to use his debit card, and the look on his face was like, I gotta use my debit card. Well, I reached into my pocket, I pulled out 15 cents, and I made that guy's day with 15 cents. The look on this guy's face, the smile, the mood, the alteration. Not that he was in a bad mood, but just having that, you can tell. You can tell. I can tell when I uplift somebody. I can just see it. I see it, I feel it, and, it's amazing. And then another thing, too, is I was at the mall, I bought a new wallet, and the person working there is, in a hotel. They're stuck in a hotel or whatever, and they have no means of transportation for the time being. And I didn't discuss busing and taxis or anything like that. It didn't pop into my head. But because I have Monday to Thursday off, I gave this person my phone number and said, if you need to go anywhere, you can call me. I'll come get you, and I'll take you wherever you want to go. And it's just those small little gestures that changes somebody's day massively. We are so intertwined in our own mental dialogue that we forget to make other people feel good, because when you make other people feel good, it makes you feel good. It makes me feel great. And, I bought some gift cards for some of my friends at a shop I go to, and a $20 gift card, the amount of happiness and their expressions, it's great. It really is great to see that. And it's not about the money. It's not about getting anything in return. It's about spreading happiness and love. Because how many places do you go? Do you actually build a relationship? Especially if you frequent a place, do you build a relationship with anybody there? Or do you just go in, get what you need, and get out? And that's our world. Like, we're so focused on our own. We're so focused, zoned in on ourselves. It's like there's nobody else around. Nobody else matters. And it's sad. It's sad to see that, our behavior. Like, look at us. And I'm not saying it's everybody, but, you look around, the smallest gesture can improve somebody's day huge. Asking how their day went. Just talking to them. Hey, how's it going? You having a good day? Right? And, there's this one restaurant I go to, and I used to go in, and I was just another customer, but now I walk in and they know my name. Oh, hey, Talon, how's it going? Right? Just because I talk to them. I help out. When I leave my table, I bring dishes with me, and I bring it up to the front to make things easier for them. It's not hard to do, but we're so conditioned that that's their job. That's what they get paid to do. Why should I help them? Get out of your own head, man. Help. Right? And just doing that, it changes people's perspective. It gives them hope. It gives them hope that, there's still good people out there in the world. How you see on Facebook all the time. My faith in humanity has been, what did they use? My faith in humanity renewed. Right? It should never have to be renewed. It should be a constant. A constant. It should never be to the point where, one little thing is like, oh my God, humanity still exists. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I encourage you all to go out and do one good thing. I'm not saying go and spend a bunch of money. I'm not saying go and, do a whole bunch of things for somebody, but just do one small thing. Talk to somebody. If you see somebody with, a demeanor that isn't, You could cheer somebody up. Now, granted, everybody's different, and they're gonna receive what you're trying to do different ways because they're not used to it, right? We've gone past that point where people aren't used to people giving compliments anymore. Like, if you go to give a compliment to a woman, they're automatically gonna think that we're hitting on them. Now, I'm not saying all women. But you know what I mean? Like, it's gotten to that point where you can't even do that because of how the perception of giving a compliment, how skewed it has been. You know, why is it so wrong to go up to, a beautiful woman and say, "You're beautiful. Have a great day"? Like, it shouldn't be offensive. It shouldn't be derogatory. Now, granted, in the manner in which it's presented, could be inappropriate, yes. But, oh, hey, I like your hair. Or, hey, that's a nice necklace. Or, hey, you got a great smile. Or, hey, you got great eyes. Like, depending on how that's presented, you know what I mean? And I feel like, that's just one of the things I think about. And it's hard to want to give those compliments based on the perception that has been, because it's been skewed so much. You'll get backlash. So that one of the biggest things is how you approach those situations. That's why I like to say, "How's your day going?" Or, just simple conversation to lead up to that, maybe that compliment or something like that, where it's not viewed as you're trying to make a move or a pass or whatever on a woman. And I'm just using this in general as women, but and that just goes to show you how far everything has been skewed by everybody's perception of things. And it's really sad to see that, because now giving compliments is considered offensive, or you're whatever. But I'm not gonna ramble on that too much. But I encourage you all to go out and do something nice for somebody, whether it's whatever, something small. You see somebody raking some leaves, if they got two rakes, go help them rake some leaves. You see somebody that needs help with their groceries, putting them into the car, help them with their groceries. You're at the till and somebody needs an extra 5-10 cents, give them 5-10 cents. Because it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Tell somebody you appreciate them. Tell somebody you love them. And that's the other thing that has gotten skewed, where, younger generations, like, saying, like, for me to say I love you to a buddy of mine, like that perception that I'm gay because I'm saying that to somebody who is a friend of mine who is very close. That's inappropriate. Nobody should ever think that that's what that means. There's nothing wrong with loving somebody else. Love is not meant in a sexual manner. Love is just, nice, buddy. I've done that too. I've shoveled the whole friggin' cul-de-sac all the way up and down everybody's driveways. Even Susie helped. We all did it. Even the kids while they were. Yeah, so I love you. I love you. I'm not afraid to say that. And, that's the biggest thing. Love, the power of love is stronger than we give it credit for. Because, like Jimi Hendrix said, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Jimi Hendrix. He knew. He knew. That's the answer. Everybody calls it hippie and whatever else, but come on, man. Can love do anything wrong? Like, okay, let's continue on. Thanks for listening to the little ramble and rant there. It's not really a rant, it's more just discussing. We're talking. Sharing ideas of how perceptions have been changed over the years and how they used to be prior years. So you are healed from your problem when you touch the solution of it. Who has touched me? For I perceive virtue is gone out of me. Yes, the day you touch this being within you, feeling yourself to be cured or healed, virtues will come out of your very self and solidify themselves in your world as healings. Okay, so the day you touch this being within you, feeling, this being within you is your consciousness, your mind, because it's like Wim Hof says, we're so like the trams in Amsterdam. They have a little track, and if you get your bike wheel stuck in there, right, you're stuck. And we're stuck in this thinking that our brains are us, but yet we control our brains, and that's the biggest thing. When you become aware that your brain is a muscle that you use to serve you, and we're so used to using our neocortex, the thinking brain, which is the 10% of the brain that we use, and the other 90% we don't use because we're thinking way too much all the time. We're overthinking things. Think. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. I got to go blah, 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 blah. Your brain is occupied with so many thoughts that you can't tell it to shut up. But when you learn and you become aware of what you're thinking and how often you're thinking, you can slow it down. And you know what? I suggest all of you just start doing the Wim Hof method, man. The breathing, the cold showers, it's beneficial. Straight up. I have been doing it for over a month now, and I love it. I will not stop ever. I will never stop doing this. It's part of my routine. I wake up, I do 3 or 4 rounds of breathing, I take a 2.5 minute cold shower in the morning, and then I start my day. And the feeling when you get into that cold shower, that rush of energy, allowing your body to just do what it's capable of doing. Like he says that. Allow the body to do what it's capable of. Let the body do what the body is capable of. He says that. And we find ourselves lost because we think that our bodies aren't capable of anything other than just the 5 senses. But our bodies are capable of way more. And it's like he says, 10% of our brain, they say we only use 10% of our brain, so what's the other 90%? A piece of meat is just sitting in there, flopping around. Ding, 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 ding. Huh? It's just in there. If we didn't need the other 90%, well, why don't we just make some space? Take it out. So start the Wim Hof method. Start the breathing. How often do you find yourself sitting there and doing this? Taking a big deep breath. And I thought about this. That's probably why smokers feel so good. It's not the nicotine. They take a drag. And then they let go. You're breathing. That's why you're addicted to smoking, because you're breathing the way you're supposed to be breathing. This shallow breathing, that's not getting oxygen anywhere. It's barely getting into your lungs. How many big, deep breaths do you take where you're just like, Just feel it in you. Get that oxygen in you. It's amazing. You feel that oxygen rush to your head, and everybody, don't get scared of it. Enjoy it. It feels good. It feels amazing. It's life. But, yeah, so the day you touch this being within you, which is your awareness of being, feeling yourself to be cured or healed, virtues will come out of your very self and solidify themselves in your world as healings. So you're aware of being happy, you're aware of being wealthy, you're being aware of being healthy, you're aware of being calm, peace, strong, handsome, successful, courageous, brave, motivated, focused, neat, organized. All good things. Okay, next one. It is said, you believe in God, believe also in me, for I am He. Have the faith of God. He made himself one with God and found it not robbery to do the works of God. Go you and do likewise. Yes, begin to believe your awareness, your consciousness of being, to be God. Claim yourself all the attributes that you have heretofore given an external God, you will begin to express these claims. So this is just talking about like believing yourself. Believe in yourself. No one else is responsible for your life but you. Period. If you blame somebody else, you are making up an excuse because you don't want to own up to what you have brought upon yourself. Nobody wants to bring bad things upon themselves, but unless you're aware of what you're thinking, aware of what that thought process and what the outcome was because of that thought process, you will never assume full responsibility for your life. And I can't stress this enough. Get a book, get a pen and paper, whatever. Write down some of the instances in your life that were either good or bad. Write down your thoughts during that event or circumstance or situation or whatever in time. Write what you were thinking, and then write the outcome, and then be like, holy crap. I was thinking I wanted a new motorcycle. Next thing you know, I sold my motorcycle. Next thing you know, I had the opportunity to work a buttload of overtime because my wife's schedule cleared up so I could work Monday, Tuesday. Holy crap. August comes. I bought a brand new motorcycle. And then I worked a buttload of overtime in the winter. Springtime came. I take out a buttload of money to put on the motorcycle. I paid off the motorcycle 3 years prior or 3 years ahead of schedule. Not once did I ever think about the how. I was just like, I want to do this. I want a new motorcycle. I got it. I want to pay my motorcycle off sooner than later. I did it. I didn't sit and think and write things down of how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to do that and how I'm going to do this. I just did it. And that's the same thing with being. Be who you are. You know who you are. Now fine tune that. You know, like we're all just like a piece of clay being sculpted. And now it's time to fine tune and really add the detail to your sculpture, which is you. So depression, anxiety, lack of health, lack of wealth, clear this. Clear it out of there. And don't think about the how. Love you too, brother. Have a good day. And, talk about things. It's amazing what talking can do. Just talk. And you don't have to get defensive or offensive or any of that. Just talk and about things with other people, like-minded people, and come to a solution, come to a conclusion, and have these conversations so that it opens your mind and your eyes even more to your position in life. Because you are there based on your decisions. You are there based on every thought you have. You are meant to be where you are based on your arrangement of yourself, your perception of yourself, your thoughts. You know, I wanted kids. Got 2 kids. Right? And it's funny because wanting kids was a thought. I wanted a boy and a girl. That was a thought. I have a boy and a girl. Oh, you're just lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I wanted it. I thought it. My wife thought it. That's it. That's all there is. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. So when you want something, own it. You got it already. Just wait for it to come. Accept, expect, believe, and relax. Those are some of the things you need to tell yourself when you're changing your perception of yourself or your conception. And accept it, expect it, believe, and then relax. You don't need to run your mind a mile a minute on the things that you want to be. Right? You don't have to be thinking, oh, I want this, 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 I'm 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 this. Now you're just crowding your mind with too many thoughts. Accept, expect, believe, and relax. And watch happen. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Because, I don't know how many times I've said this, but there's we as a human species, we are better than we think we are. And that's the thing. We think too much and don't feel enough. So with that being said, I know I kind of did a little bit of the book, did a little bit of the, random conversation, talking with my brother and kind of going off on my own ideas and things like that. But all in all, it's all related. So, like I said, if you have any questions or scenarios that you want me to go through or anything like that, tell me what you thought of, how I used going to the parking lot, the positive side of things, the negative side of things, which side do you lean towards, and we can do whatever's going to help you. I will do my best to accommodate, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help bring awareness about, just like Wim Hof is bringing awareness about. So that's all I got. I have a great day planned today. So with that being said, have an amazing day. Do something small that is something huge to somebody else. Have a great day.